guys, it's Sandra from Mystic Mantra, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different, and it's talking about the full moon and the new moon and what essential oils I use and what crystals I prefer to use during these times. Now, with the full moon, I could go on and on about this, but it really intensifies your emotions. So if you're feeling hurt, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling happy, you will be feeling double that during the full moon period. So the full moon's sort of about what no longer serves you, pulling out the weeds. It's really deep inner work when you're working with the full moon. It's about releasing toxic, negative thoughts about yourself, about releasing, if you find that you need to work on yourself on something, if you're not manifesting things and things aren't working out in your life, the full moon is a good time to dig deep and find out, like, what are your blockages? What do you need to release? What do you need to get rid of? It's, shedding the past, pulling out the weeds. Like, we need to get rid of this. And the crystals I've chosen and the essential oils, I find these help me. So I'm just going to say these are the ones I have chosen. If you do I feel strongly like when you're working with the moon, go with your intuition. Strongly go if you feel drawn to a certain oil or if you feel drawn to a certain crystal. This is where you need to work with that and go with what you feel, what you're drawn to. That's kind of like your soul calling out to you. Now, it's also the full moon, which I could do another video on this. It's a very magical time, so a lot of spells get done during this time. So it's sort of, I don't know, I love the moon. I've been obsessed about the moon since I was a child. I didn't even realize what I was doing, but just naturally going outside, getting the moonbeams onto me and just fully, I used to just close my eyes and just sort of dance or just stand there sometimes for 5-10 minutes and just let the moon fill my aura, go into my third eye. And just sort of, I used to talk to the moon. I still do. I shouldn't say used to, but yeah, I really connect with the full moon, more so than the new moon. So this is, I love the moon and could go on and on, but I'm not going to because I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet for you all. Okay, so we'll start with crystals. So I've got moonstone crystals, and so moonstone does come in different colour. Like, it can come in the earthy sort of colour and it's still got the little shimmer, or it can come in this is one of my, actually I always wear moonstone. I don't know if you can see that, but moonstone's got that sort of real calming, intuitive, feminine energy. Sometimes they do say be careful if you're wanting to get pregnant. It is also a fertility stone as well. But I find that this stone I really connect with. I don't know if it's the colour that draws me in the blue. I'm obsessed with blues, and the fluoro. You just can't see the sort of, no, I'm not going to try. And it also cleanses your auras, which when you want to manifest something, so even if you're releasing things with the full moon, you're still putting your intentions sort of out there by letting go. I find that in the ritual that I've got, it's always good to write down with the full moon what you don't want, or things that have hurt you in the past, and write it down and burn it and let it go to the universe. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the ritual. So the other crystal I've got selenite. I love this. This is kind of, you cannot get this wet at all. It sort of dissolves, even though I have left this out. I was giving it some moonlight, and it was raining, so I sort of thought it's a cleansing. I didn't find it dissolved, but it does dissolve. So, yeah, it's a very calming. It's a healing, calming energy, which is what you want. It unblocks like stuck energy. If you've got stuck energy around you, which is like the removal of stuck energy, but I find it does it in a very gentle way. It's also good to place above your doorway, so when people come in, it gives them that beautiful energy. You have nice energy coming in, and in your bedroom as well. It's a nice time around your bedroom. So the other one, rose quartz, of course. I've got lots of rose quartz, so these two are my ultimate favourite. I've had this, I think, since I was 5, and it's just travelling with me from house to house or wherever I'm state to state. So rose quartz is all about self-love, and I feel with the full moon, it does draw out when you're doing the inner work on yourself and the releasing. You can be very, very emotional, and that's when the tears start crying, start coming down, and it just, I don't know, you need that self-love, and it's also good for drawing love in as well. But, learn to love yourself. This crystal is all about love. Rose quartz is all about love and loving yourself, and it's got that healing energy as well. So I've also got these gorgeous little roller, so you can do some. They will be up on the website, and they're meant to be really good, like a beauty stone that removes wrinkles and just puts the energy. I guess it's kind of like a little massage one for your face, but being rose quartz as well. This is mine, and yeah, I've got a few more coming up on the website as well, which they should be up next week. So I love rose quartz. I also, with my rose quartz, I'll get a bowl of spring water, and I'll leave a couple of stones of rose quartz, and then you splash your face with them. I just find the vibrational energy, everything holds energy and frequencies, and what you're putting into, like when you write down what you want to manifest during a full moon time, what you want to release, new moon or full moon, the crystals that you choose help with holding that energy and helping you. So the other one is amethyst. So these are my little... amethyst is absolutely everywhere. It's very intuitive. During full moons, it's a very, very intuitive time. It's, I find this sort of opens up your third eye, and it's very calming, it's very grounding. Amethyst is something that's been used for years and years and years and years and years, apparently on the royal families, before they realised that amethyst, it was actually more popular than diamonds. Amethyst and rubies. So, yeah, they're the crystals that I use. Oh, and labradorite. I don't have one here right now. Or do I? Oh, give me 2 secs. Yay! I do. Okay, so, and these are also available on my store. So, let me see if I can show you the beautiful labradorite. I find opens your third eye. Can't really see it on here. No, I think it's reflecting too much of the light. I've had to put a light on because it is so dark and gloomy outside at the moment. But yeah, another stone is labradorite, which is, it just dispels anxiety, and it's kind of like, I call it like the magic stone. Like if you're really wanting things to happen in your life or things to change, I feel like this kind of takes you on a little quest. So those are the stones for the full moon that I do use. Also, I didn't say, but these are available on my website as well. Well, they will be this week. I ended up selling, so I've got a new lot coming in because at the markets they all just sold out. But they will be up this week, is the smoky quartz. Smoky quartz gets rid of negative energy, helps keeps you grounded. It's and it's got the rainbows. I love smoky quartz because you can always see, which you can't see on there. I'm not going to try. Yeah, smoky quartz is just it's got the healing properties of the quartz crystal, which is also another good quartz. Now, some people are a bit funny about this. Sorry, smoky. But quartz crystal, some people do recommend to use these quartz crystals during full moon times. Got my beautiful babies here. But I find that quartz is, because it is it's the master healer. So if you do feel drawn to it, again, I don't during a full moon time because it does amplify your energies, but it can amplify other crystals. It can amplify your own emotions. So I sort of steer clear of the quartz crystals, but if you are drawn to it, then go for it. Again, go by your intuition, go by what you feel. I just find with me, I kind of full moon time, I give them a cleanse, and yeah, I don't recharge them as much because they are so strong for me. Yeah, I sometimes have to hide them because otherwise my emotions, and yeah, I find that my whole house just gets a bit amplified. So, and I really feel those energies. So I don't personally use them during the full moon time. I use them more for the new moon. So yeah, they're the crystals. Now oils, fun-loving oils. Now originally I did have the lemon because the lemon it's very uplifting. So depending, again, go follow. It's more powerful if you're working with the moon to follow your intuition. So I can't help but smell them. I originally had lemon for the full moon, but I feel more so lemongrass. Lemongrass helps let go of the past, which also labradorite and smoky quartz do that as well. Yeah, I find lemongrass is one of them. Then I've got lavender. Now, lavender is very helps with your emotions, it's calming. And yeah, if you're being too emotional, I feel that, yeah, lavender sort of it relaxes you, it keeps you calm. The other one that is fun is and it's the feminine, because the moon is feminine energy, the sun is masculine energy. I find yang yang, lang lang yang yang. I never know how to say it. Please correct me if I'm saying it wrong. But it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. It's also heart healing, helps you heal your heart. I've got the most beautiful little book, which Emotions and Essential Oils. So this was one of the best books I have ever got to do with. I think everybody, they sell, as soon as they become available, they sell straight away. So I will try and put down a link on where to get these, or I think I can actually order these through doTERRA myself. So Yang Yang, the oil of the inner child. Oh, so it is a playful. So keeping things calm and playful during the full moon. Then we got clary sage. Now, clary sage is not the sage, but I find this is a cleansing oil, and it just, I don't know, I use it all the time. This is just before readings, I've got a little bottle, so I fill it up with water. It's almost empty, this one, and I just use this as a little spray. I spray the room, I spray the cards, so it's like my little water spray. With that, you can smell the clary sage. So I find it does the same thing for me, and that's what I've connected with as the sage and the Palo Santo. Now, what else? Geranium was another one of my, this gets used non-stop. I'm obsessed with this oil. Kind of reminds me of, I love it, Turkish Delight, but with flowers. I don't know. Once you connect to oils, that's it. You've sort of a whole new ball gamer. It just changes everything. So geranium's also cleansing, calming, helps forgive, and helps with trust. So every morning I actually use this oil and I just throw it in my shower, or at night, and I just let the steam, like, I throw it on the walls, and then when I have my shower I just let the steam take over. It's like a little being at a health spa, but in my own house, so that's great. The other one is Passion. So this is a inspiring blend. This has got a few oils. This is doTERRA's mix, but this is one of my favorites. They've also got another one called Whisper, which I do have, but I started using it for a while and it was really, really good. But then I went back and I go back to Passions, which has got, I cannot see the little writing. It's got cinnamon bark oil, jasmine flower extract, vanilla. Aha, I love vanilla. Anything with vanilla. And something, turmeric leaf extract. What's the main one? I don't know, it's too small for me. But anyway, I must love it. Vanilla's also a very calming oil. Try and get pure oils if you're working with oils. I find that, too much is, I would get headaches. These don't give me headaches. They help. I have shifted, strongly over to my doTERRA's. And I don't really promote it too much because I find they do sell themselves. Once people start using them, once they're in people's homes, that's it. Sort of, everyone sort of loves them. They do the magic themselves. I wasn't keen, honestly, with doTERRA, the way you got to sign people up, and I kind of felt like it was one of those, Avon things, or honestly, but using the oils, the way they give you extra benefit points, I've had so much money in my account. It is absolutely, just by signing people up and seeing the difference in the people that are signed up once they're using these oils for emotions or physical, just the change that I see in them and what it's done for myself, I think is the main thing. So, that's why I love my oils. I think they're amazing. All right, let's talk new moon. And we've already gone 18 minutes. Oh, I did try and keep this short, but it wasn't happening that way. All right, so new moons are all about setting intentions. They're fresh starts. You're starting new. This is a good time to manifest things. Your new goals. So if whatever it is, if you've got new goals, if you've got new dreams, kind of making the wishes, this is a time to be doing it. And just with this, they say new moon, you can affirmations as well. So this is my little box, and I just keep my little I keep things in there that I want to bring forth and manifest things. Like just before I met my partner, I wrote down exactly what I wanted, and this, within a week later, this kind of happened during the new moon. So the new moon, it kind of doesn't get the full hype of the full moon, but I find it is the start of fresh starts. So it's a full new cycle of the moon. It's being rebirthed. So you're sowing your seeds. This is time to sow your seeds and then write down what you want. Now, let's talk crystals before we do the ritual. So crystals, we got the quartz because I don't really prefer to use it during full moons, so new moons. These babies will be out there with me tonight, and you can be drawn to 1, 2, however many you like to use during the full moon and new moon. So quartz is the amplifier master healer, which we've already spoken about. Then rose quartz for love. If you're wanting to invite love, your intentions are to invite new love into your life. Love yourself more, because we forget. We focus on everything else, and especially mums. We kind of, we put our children's first, most mothers, parents, dads, too, dads as well. And we forget about ourselves. So, working with rose quartz, I find, is love. Love, 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 love. I also, if you're having a bath and the kids think it's pretty funny, I don't use the big ones for the kids. I just use the little tiny ones. I put a few crystals in the bath, so give them a little uplifting higher vibration when they're having a bath. I love doing, some people call it a bit quirky, but that's sort of what I love. And the kids love doing it too. So it brings what brings you joy, that sort of thing. Follow through on that. All right, fluorite. Fluorite is really good. Where is my fluorite? Here is my fluorite. I had heaps and heaps of fluorite, and it kind of disappears. I think my son takes them, and that's okay. This one doesn't really show you, but this one's a green fluorite, but it's normally like a rainbow. I was one stage, I think when I was setting up my business, I was absolutely obsessed with fluorite, and I had to have this magical purple, green, like coloured rainbow crystal. So yeah, it's starting new businesses, work, study. This is a beautiful crystal to have. It just one thing with this crystal is you need to cleanse it under running water, because it does hold negative energy and it is likely to crack. So which this one has done. So just make sure this does need to be cleaned regularly. So, all right, fluorite, citrine. I will say it wrong. Normally I have a citrine bracelet because I find it is the crystal of the sun. It is a happy, happy joy. It totally changes the frequency vibration. So this is my little one. And I do have others in my shop. So I'm not sure if I've still got these left, but these are just natural. This one isn't as pretty as the ones that are in the shop, in the store. This is just a natural one that's grown with a little bit of quartz down the bottom, and then you see the citrine. So citrine is good for attracting success and confidence. Then we've got aqua aura. Now, some people, I don't have my other one. I've got a beautiful one in store, but these are my little, I don't know if you can see the aqua aura. See the pink? I like the pink ones. They come in the blue, and then they come in a dark purple. So they are they're quartz that have been touched, so like man-made, but I feel these are aura cleansers, and you want to keep your vibrations and your chakras, and this is what they help cleanse. It also brings luck and tranquility, so it's a very calming. I find it's very calming. Some people connect with it, some people completely note they want the natural. They don't like things that have been touched. To me personally, if I'm drawn to it, I'm not drawn to the coloured stones. I do admit that. So there is stones that I'm not drawn to. The ones that are being dyed doesn't do it for me. The clearer ones, they look amazing. Or the glass, I don't like them either. Anyway, jade. And this jade, everyone knows. Everyone's been to the markets and seen the little lucky Chinese Buddhas made out of jade. Jade is for success, money, and work. So if this is what you're manifesting. Now, oils. Favorite 4 is peppermint. Focused. I find staying focused, it's uplifting. It really energizes you. So if you've been feeling flat, I find, it's a very, for me, I love peppermint. I put it on every night, almost every night, next to my bed. So I go to sleep for 4 hours. In the diffuser, I put 3 drops in my diffuser, and peppermint's my little go-to. Any headaches, things like that. You can even, I don't dilute, and I'm normally very sensitive, but dilute with fractional coconut oil. I get a little bowl, I fill it up with cocoa fractional oil, and I put a couple of drops in if I'm using it on the kids, or make the little roller bottles, not bowls. Peppermint, so that's really good for focus, concentrating, and drawing like your energies. Now we did say orange and lemon, so the two I can't find. Wild orange and lemon. So lemon's good for cleansing. It's also playful. It's fun, and same with wild orange. So again, orange brings in abundance. So I would recommend during the new moon to use the orange oil. And Frankie, my favorite blend is frankincense, wild orange, and lavender during the moon cycles, as well as I will probably go through those, the geranium. Oh, you know what? I just follow through depending where the moon is, what star sign it's in, how I'm feeling, what I'm after. So I was going to say like I go for these all the time, but it's not true, because then I will use this one, or I use a bit of yang yang. So anyway, Frankie is the enlightenment. So this is a masculine oil, energy oil. And it's also very spiritual, and it's been around. This is what was given to baby Jesus. So this and myrrh, I'm pretty sure. It brings wisdom to what you want and your intentions. And we've gone to 30 minutes. Wow. All right, lemon, focus, energy, mental concentration. So that's the lemon, which we've already spoken about. Rose and jasmine. I've got a little roller ball of the rose. Anything rose is love, inviting. So self-love and inviting love in. It's also very, very good for wrinkles, the rose oil. Also my go-go oil, my go-to oil if I'm feeling nervous. This is a strengthening oil. So sometimes you may feel that you just can't do something. Job interview. You want job interview to go well. You are feeling anxiety. This is my little go-to. Now, I put this at the back of my neck, and this completely calms me down. I can't explain how much. If I don't have my basil with me, this is kind of like my anxiety oil. I find that this helps more than any of the other oils, and this is what I connect with. Plus, it tastes really, really good, because we've got European family. We make a lot of pastas, and if I don't have basil in the garden, I add a few drops of this, and I mean a few, because these oils are absolutely potent. They're very strong. All right, let's go to, I think that's it for the full moon. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. So new moon is all about setting new intentions. We're going to plant the new seeds. Whatever it is you want, job, baby, love, self-improvement, whatever it is, set the new intentions for the new moon, full moon. You want to let go of shit, whatever you want to let go of. It's very powerful in a work. If you're negative thoughts, if you got negative people, we're going to say bye-bye. All right, so moon ritual. I'm trying to rush this now. This is a ritual that I do. I don't do it every moon. I change it up a little bit. This is one of my favorites. All right, so it's making sure that you're out under the full moon, having a chosen, you can choose, before you start, I'm going to write this all up on the website too, because I think I've been blabbering on. So you've got the choice of, so this is the sage, which you can burn, the Palo Santo, which if people aren't really fond of the smoky smell, the Palo Santo makes, I don't know, makes you feel wrapped up in a warm fireplace. A real natural, but I also absolutely love sage. So you want to sage yourself, you want to cleanse yourself and the area and the stones before you start. Then you want to, so call in the elements or whoever, if you've got an archangel, a god or goddess, or whoever you want to call in, you call in this. So elements would be the earth, air, fire, water, and make an offering. Have some sort of, so what you're going to do is, you need to be under the moon, and if you can't get outside, probably a windowsill or something like that. Just make sure that you can sort of connect to the moon and look up at the moon. I find that if you want to you want the moonbeams to hit you. You want to feel that energy. You want to be uplifted by that. Now, so what you want to do for manifesting or letting go. So new moon, ask for things to come, and you'll need a pen and paper and write down what it is. You can also journal. So if you've got a special book that you want to journal and go back to, if you're full moon, I recommend getting a candle and then doing a burn off. Now, I'm really rushing now, so I'm hoping I get this in. So what I normally do, I go outside and I make like a little, you can do like a little crystal grid using whatever it is that you feel drawn to use. I use my crystals. I do a little crystal grid. I use a specific crystal. Usually it's this one for new moon, and usually, I don't know, I go in between. So you can either place that in the middle. So you want your crystals to get hit by the moonlight. Now write down, what you got to do is you got to write down what you want for the full moon or the new moon, and you've got a choice of sleeping. If it's a new moon, some people sleep with it under their pillows. Now I like to write it down, what I want to work on, like new intentions or releasing. I write it down. I have my little altar outside, and I put the crystal that I want that's going to be working with me. And you can choose whatever you like. If you're drawn to stones or feathers or leaves, sometimes I do feel a connection to those as well. You can use those and place it on top of the letter, and I leave it out overnight. I find that leaving it out, letting the full moon hit it and the sun the next day, I find that that's kind of like a releasing. Just remember, with your releasing thing, it is good to burn it off. Now, this is personal choice and follow through. There is no right or wrong. Follow through on your intuition when you're doing a ritual, a personal ritual for yourself. And you can also do this, like have a gathering and do it with friends as well, which can be a lot funner. You can do it with your children. We go out, we sage, we put every full moon, except for the quartz crystals, and if we remember to, must be honest, we go outside and we place all the crystals outside, and then we sage them all off and, do our little, it's like a little ritual in itself that we do. So anyway, going back to the ritual, which I'm getting distracted. That's pretty much it. Put it under, and then what you want to do with it, you can put it in your little box. And that way you can go back to it when you need. So you can, once you've finished your ritual, go back inside, wait for the new day if you feel like leaving it out all day. If it's something you need to release, I do suggest burning it. You can either burn it on the night of the full moon while you're sitting there, and just give thanks to the moon, like talk to the moon as well. It's very powerful. She's hearing you. It's a whole planet. Look at what we're on, sort of thing. Some people might think it's a bit woo-woo, but if you really think about it and open your mind, we're sitting on a planet and we're looking up at this glowing moonbeam in the sky. It just can really, open your mind. All right. So just place the letter in your little, for new moons, place it in your little box once you're finished, like the next day, and that way you can go back on it, or if you've got a diary. So just follow through what you want. So just make sure you're under the new moon, smudge your crystals, smudge yourself, call in the elements, the angels, whatever you want to work with, make an offering of leaves and stones, which usually you can either leave them there or put them in the garden later. Create your little crystal grid, or if it's made out of stones or whatever you want, whatever you're calling to. It could be just a beautiful drawing, like could be anything. Just follow through. It's more powerful when it's your own, and whatever you want to have fun with it, be light and have fun with it. What else do you need? You need a candle and, of course, pen and book. Now, another good thing I'm just going to quickly recommend before we leave is Moonology. And again, there's too much light reflecting. Moonology is really, really good because it has your star signs when the new moon is in. I find this really works with the new moon. This is a really good book to have with the new moon because there is so much about the full moon, but not enough about the full moon, new moon. It's probably time for me to wrap this up. Thanks for listening too, guys. Please let me know if there's any other videos that you would like. I have got a ton of tarot cards that I was going to, open, unbox and do videos, but I thought there's enough about that sort of thing, and I love watching it myself, but I feel like every time people see something, then everybody sort of gets it, and I guess I could do like my favourite, which when I was doing the Ethnies Tarot Challenge, that was really fun, and showing my 5 favourite tarots that I'm using for this year and last year. Anyway, this book, fantastic. If you're a beginner in crystals, I have had this little baby. It's been drawn on. Kids have scribbled on it. But yeah, excellent book for a guide with crystals. You must get this if you are a beginner. Even if you're an expert, it's absolutely one of my favourite. I'm yet to get one of these. So it's just got the meaning, where they come from, the healing properties, physical healing properties, the different kind of colours, how it's the dyed stone, the stone that's normally dyed that I was talking about before. Emotional for essential oils, emotions and essential oils. So it's got all the blends, it's got the mixed blends. Another one I've just got into. I probably should have So it's got, if you can pause and see, so it's got your negative emotions. It talks about what the oil, positive properties. Really, really must have book if you are an essential oil lover. And then this is actually an app. I do have about 3 of the books though, just because I find it's handy if my phone's flat. If I'm a book lover too, so I do prefer having the books. So this is a smaller version of it. You can also get a massive book. Shows you how to dilute, how much to dilute. And just always make sure that it shows you talks about how the oils are made and compressed, etc., etc. So just make sure with using any of the oils, Make sure that you always patch test on yourself. Make sure that dilution for little children, little babies, has to be completely double, triple check on these. Of course, common sense there. Just because they are an oil, it doesn't mean that it's not medicine. It's medicine that's been used by the Vikings. It's been used by, BC, before Christ. These oils have been around. It's actually, they're starting to bring back these oils into science medicines now as well. So not just the essential oils, but the plants, the herbs. This is a shortcut to getting all of them instead of growing them. So they are kind of like having the plant themselves. That's why I absolutely love them. And yes, I hope I've helped. I hope I've shed some light on the beautiful moon and sort of crystals. If you've got any questions whatsoever, or if you can recommend anything that you want to know more about moon cycles or working with crystals or tarot. Now I say tarot all the time. So I do sell a few things. I've got a shop that I sell. I don't just do tarot, but I also sell crystals, and I'm getting stock weekly now as well. But I'm very, very selective. Like the bracelets that I get, I make sure I'm obsessed with wearing them. So I get what I think will be good for everybody else, and they're really good, they're really strong, the quality is AA+, and I get what I love because I want to share with you what helps me in this life's journey. So I hand select crystals. I don't just go willy-nilly. The crystals I do get are absolutely amazing, and of course A+. So there's different kinds of grades of crystals that you can get. I always look out for the best top. I've got crystal pouches too, which you can work with these. Good health. These are little manifesting. It just, that word alone. Wishing, I call them. I guess they're little wishing crystals. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to cut it here now at 42 minutes. I wish you all love and light. I shall see you next month, unless something else pops into my head that I must do. Have a beautiful new moon. I hope your intentions are absolutely, I hope they come to you in abundance. Just remember as well, you have to, when you're manifesting things, watch what you write down, watch how you write it. So say you want new love, or you want to get out of debt, get rid of the word debt, because the universe is frequencies. When you're wanting new things, it doesn't quite understand between what you do and don't want, so it gives out. So don't focus, stay positive in your thoughts, and keep striving for what you want and putting it out there. So I know it's hard, and I trust me when I say these essential oils are really, really positive energy vibration. Same with those crystals that I did choose. And I feel that helps you when you're feeling a bit down, because we all have our down days. We all have negative talk, like when somebody constantly says to me, I'm not finding the right guy, or I'm getting the wrong person all the time, or why I just want to find a partner. Well, what they're doing, they're constantly thinking about why they're getting the wrong person, which is a frequency in itself. So you want to remove that altogether, and you want to clear that, which is good with the full moon. That's negative. You want to clear that. You want to start fresh with the new moon and focus only on what's coming, like it's already here. That's the power of manifestation, from one of my highly recommended books. I recommend it to everyone, The Secret. So once you understand how the universe works, and having the power to believe as well, like you can, I believe, because I've seen it. I have seen things happen that I've wanted. Like, I've been so broke before, absolutely had not 1 cent to my name, and I would just wish and wish and wish and wish. And this is when I was like 14. I didn't have a home at the time, and I really wanted food. I was working and spending, not budgeting properly, and yeah, I sort of left home early to go and explore the world. I was very, what do they call it? Wild child. And at the time, I was wishing and wishing and wishing. I wanted this. I wanted it so bad. And then next minute, it did appear. I would find $50 notes on the ground all the time. 20s, 10s, 5s. A scratchy I found a wallet. I've handed it in. The person's given me $100. I was hitchhiking around the Byron Bay area, getting from Byron Bay to Queensland before, and the guy just handed both me and my then partner $100. He just said, "Oh, have you got much money, or why are you hitching?" Like it. And I always had the thought that money comes to you even when you're at your lowest. So keeping your vibration, love comes to you, one door shuts, but you have to shut the door. If you aren't connecting, and this is a whole another level video, but with love, if you're not connecting to somebody because somebody is, they're saying to you, "I'm not wanting to commit," you can feel this, it's hurting you. That kind of scenario is sort of like, already it's not making you feel good. So you got to, unfortunately, and that part does hurt, and that's a good full moon letting go process. It does still hurt, but when it brings more better positive energies to you, it's 100 times better. And so follow your highest vibration. Whenever I say that, is if something doesn't feel right, you're following your highest vibration when you wake up with that excitement, because you're going to do this and this and this. You're going to go to work. If you've got a job that you're feeling so like, "Oh my God, I just don't want to go there. I don't want to do this." And I'm not just talking like normal, nobody wants to go to work. Like, we would all love to be like the Kardashians and just get paid and for whatever it is. But with, that feeling, I've had a couple of jobs and I dreaded going there. I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. That kind of, I was on my wrong path. I had to get out of there. So, yeah, that's what I mean by that. You just know, like, there's the jobs that pay the bills, but you're okay. The people around you are okay. There's no toxic people. That is okay. But when you're feeling to be on your soul's path, you're feeling that high, that inner excitement. So, yeah, that's what I follow through. All right, I'm really going to cut this now. I have absolutely loved doing this. I've got so much more to talk about. I think I only just sort of warmed up. I hope I did cover everything. Please ask me any questions. And, yeah, we will, see you at the next. If you have any ideas, picker cards. I love doing picker cards. I love offering. I also thought about doing free videos. So I might do something like, one free video a month without letting the person's name know. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Love and light.